Hey everybody, this is David at Barnyard Bees. I'm out here today. I worked all day out here yesterday. And then today it's been rainy, but it's warm out. And the sun's trying to come out, but it's supposed to rain all day today. But it slowed down a little bit, so I'll come out to continue to work in the yard. Got a lot of maintenance to do, a lot of winter maintenance. Going through all the hives one by one. Pulling out all the feeders. And what I do, this may be an idea you can do. You can do this on even a smaller scale if you want, all the way down to a 5-gallon bucket. I use a 55-gallon drum. And what I do, I'll fill it up with water. It doesn't matter what kind of water. I use well water, but you could use city, whatever. And I'll put a whole gallon of bleach in it. And then a little bit of Dawn. And then just stir it up a little bit with your hands. And it'll clean these feeders up really, really good. And what I did yesterday, I went by and I threw out all the old sugar. And most of they was actually feeding on it as I was dumping it out. But I'm trying to transition them over from dry sugar, which this should have already been done, but the rain has stopped me and prevented because it's rained hard for about the past 2 weeks. Ever since the red maple bloomed, and I was wanting to go ahead and transition then, I got very few of them done. So now I'm going around and getting them all converted over to sugar water. And the sugar that's in there was really, a lot of it was wet from the condensation, which is the ideal conditions that you want, because you want it absorbs that moisture like a sponge in those feeders, which is really good. And it helps wetten your sugar so the bees can actually feed on it. That's why when you put it on in late fall, it takes a good month or a couple weeks anyway, depending on how cold it gets. If it gets cold, then it'll be quicker because there'll be more condensation, it'll drip down. But if it's warm when you put it on in December, then it may take a little while. But they don't really feed on anyway. Mostly these bees start taking onto this late January and into February. I mean, they do eat on it a little bit, but they really, really pick up pace when their stores start running down. So most of it was pretty wet and gummy, and there's really not much I could do with it. So what I did, I dumped it out on the ground. The bees, and no, it's not gonna hurt the bees to feed off the ground in case somebody's worried about that, because it won't hurt them a bit. And that's exactly what they're doing. As I get down through here and look, you can see they still want that dry sugar because they're used to eating it. So that's what they're eating on. You can see this was a feeder that had probably 2 cups of sugar, and it's dwindled down to maybe a half a cup, maybe. Just guessing. But they're eating on it pretty good, and it would be even more, but it's just so cloudy and it just had quit raining, so there's not a whole lot of movement out right now. But anyway, back to what I was talking about with this is, it's good to pull these out and get a new start every year. Pull those feeders out. You can even do this a couple times a year if you want to. Just in between feedings, pull these out. That's what makes these feeders so good. The homemade job, good luck cleaning those things. They're the ones with the wire screen. They're just about impossible to keep clean. And these things here, they're so easy. I just now threw in some beetle barns. Look at the old, you can see the dead beetles in them. So what I do, I just open them up and then just drop them down in, and they'll sink. A lot of times everything will sink to the bottom except for the feeder itself and the very top lids. The cup itself will sink to the bottom. So what I'll do here in a little bit, I'll dig those out with a rake and clean those out one by one. But these here, you can see, I mean, there's pieces of ants that's got in there that's died, and a few bees that occasionally get into these winter feeders and die, because bees die through the winter. And then if you leave these set overnight, you won't even have to scrub them. Yesterday I was out here scrubbing them with a dish scrubber, whatever you call that, and because I wasn't giving them time to soak. But these have been sitting here overnight, and here's a feeder that was in there, and the only thing left on it that just won't dissolve off is the propolis. And everything else is off. So you can about rinse them. If you let them set overnight, you can rinse them out and, you know, take them from this water, rinsing them in some good, just pure water to rinse the bleach and the soap off. Rinse them good. You want to get all that, all that dawn off, all the, everything clean off of it. Now, I don't know how. I wouldn't think these are dishwasher safe. I don't know. I've never tried them, never even thought about it. I had a couple of people ask. The only thing I can say is get one experiment with it, but if it warps and melts up, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. It may pay to take like an old one that's cracked and no good that you're throwing away anyway and throw in there. We have a dishwasher, but we never use it. I don't know. It just, we never did use it. We just always do wash them by hands. Kind of getting off subject. The chicken cackling in the background. But that's about it. I just want to give a little hint on what to do with these. If you're in our region, you know, these last couple of days, hopefully everybody's been out working in the yard, getting these things transitioned over to the liquid sugar, and it'll take them a couple of days. Sometimes you'll look the next day or the day after, they're just not eating it. Then you'll come out like the third day and they're tearing it up. So it'll take them a while to get used to eating it again. If I go down through there now, you might see a couple that's actually eating it and some that's not. It'll take them a while to get used to it again. There's a brush I couldn't think of talking about. Okay, well, this one, they're eating good out of it, but this one's been on here a while, so they've sucked that down about a ½ inch since yesterday, because I filled it yesterday. So I didn't fill it all the way to the top, about ½ inch from the bottom, so it's down pretty good. So they're used to eating it. So so when you put sugar water on and you come out the next day or day after and they're not eating on it, well, give them a chance, because it'll take them a while. And we do put our homemade version of the brood builder that we make. And you look at this one, see they're just 3 or 4, but they're starting to find it. This was from yesterday. And right there, not hardly any, but they will. They'll find it, and the ones that still want to come out here and eat this sugar, and I guess they'll eat it till the rain that finally dissolves it into the ground. But that's about it. Just a little tip on how to clean these. A little bit of bleach, a little bit of water, a little bit of Dawn. This works really good for us because we're on such a large scale. So I'll put like 2 sections in here and clean them, and then and what I've been doing is I had some already clean. So what I did was went in and put those in the hives and take these and putting these back, because what we're going to do, we're coming out with 2 more rows right here. As soon as it dries out enough to where I can mow, I'm coming out with 2 more rows. And hopefully by then, I can get all this other cleaned up and ready to go. So we're starting over with putting 2 brand new rows in. So expand it. So getting bigger and bigger. The demand's getting higher for our nukes and packages. They're just, can't keep up. I don't know. I always thought that this was overkill here, but as the year went on and we sold as many nukes as we did, and then had to replace what nukes that we did sell to overwinter, that's a lot of bees. That's a lot of bees. So don't forget us if you need packages of nukes. Barnyardbees.com. We will not run out. We have a pretty big operation going. We got several people helping us. So we're if you weren't worried about us running out of packages or nukes, and because you didn't order them this week or next week, we will still have them. So we're gonna have plenty. So barnyardbees.com, or call the store. If you don't like to order on the website, you can call directly to the store, 706-971-2700. I'll put all the information in there. And that's about it for today. Just thought I'd give you that little tip. Don't forget to share these videos to the new beekeeper. Please help us spread them around. We're trying to help the new beekeeper out, an advanced beekeeper, anybody that's interested in beekeeping. Share our message in our videos. That's about it. Don't forget, click on the little bell, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Barnyard Bees.